Jo. Hello. Hello, hello. Spontaneous live stream. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're all right. I just decided to show you my face again. Maybe I should do it from time to time so you don't forget how it looks like. Was a little bit inactive the last few days. But yeah, good to see some of you guys watching the stream from time to time, following the live account, how it goes. And yeah, just wanted to talk about this a bit today maybe. Get you to the latest point here where the accounts are currently. I mean, for this account, the 50K account, you pretty much know it because I always streamed it the last few days, so you were able to watch it, and it's actually very close to the all-time high, which is great. I think the highest point in the equity or balance was at around 30K, and now we are really, really close, just 500 or 600 euro away from this, which is great. It's mainly because of the indices that really recovered. If we have a look at this, you can easily see this. For example, here the German indexes recovered quite a lot in the last few days. It's very close now to the highs again. Also, US index, I think it's even higher. This one is like really should be really close to the all-time highs, and also US tech is also very, very recovered quite a bit in the last week, I would say, which is great for the account, of course, because a lot of these strategies are really tied to the indices, as you know, especially this go long strategy, and this, of course, benefiting from this upwards trend in the last few days. And then we had some more trades, which was very interesting. Is the trades also in the last few days in US 30, for example, saw some very good trades here. For example, here this was I think on Monday or something, or last Friday. There was one big win, and then there was another big win, and I think the days before there were also some more wins, also some losses, of course, but on average the last few days were very, very good for USD Japanese yen. So if I make another analysis of the performance of the strategy, I think USD Japanese yen really recovered quite a bit in the last few days. Also, GBP US dollar has quite a good trade today. Yesterday was also good, and the days before were, I don't know, more or less break even. And Euro US dollar did really show a lot of trades in the last few days, but that's how it is. Also, gold had some big losses the last few days. I think this week there was, like in the last 1 or 2 weeks, there was like a lot of losing trades. Like here we lost 500 euro. Yesterday another 500 euro loss. Today might be a small win, but in general the last week was not good for gold. But this is pretty normal because gold was so strong in the weeks before. Overall it's going very good right now, and the account was doing great the last few days, and let's see how this how this goes. And if you have any questions about it, just make sure that that you post them in the chat so I can react and answer to your questions as long as I'm live here. Because usually when I just stream the account, I'm not sitting in front of the PC, so I don't really get to answer your questions. But if I'm here, I can, of course, answer some of your questions. For example, there is a question what the name of the expert advisor is that I'm using. You can see the name always in the chart. In every chart in the upper right corner, you can see the name of the expert advisor. Right now I'm using the Go Long expert advisor, the range breakout, and the Turnaround Tuesday expert advisor. Only 3 different strategies in this account. And you can always see the name in the upper right corner of every chart. Make sure to choose a high definition for your stream, for the video, so you can read it. But I use 3 different strategies right now in this account. Do I use any of the EAs that are programmed on the YouTube channel? I'm not really sure. I think I did not show these specific strategies on the YouTube channel. But they are super easy. Like, all of these programs are not complex at all, and you can easily code it if you have a minimum of coding knowledge. So these programs are all so simple to code. And so in 7 minutes, the currency trade here will be closed, which will hopefully be a win, but for now it looks like. And then I have to wait 55 more minutes for the gold trade to become closed. This one is a little bit up and down today, but we will see. And also let's have a look at the FTMO accounts maybe, because many people are always asking for this. So we have this account here, which is my 100K verification account, where I trade the range breakout expert advisor. And this one is around 1% in profit right now, if we have a look at the equity. So it's not really close to the profit target, but it's also not bad. So that's pretty much just how it goes. And then I have this another verification account here, I trade with a fixed lot size. This one is also at around 1% in profit. This is also a verification account. Same story pretty much. It's not really bad. It's not really good. It's still 4% away from the profit target. And then we do have this stock trading account. I saw some questions about this also in the chat in the last few days on the stream. And this one is actually not doing super great. This one is down nearly 6%. Which is really a bummer. Because this one was way more stable in the challenge phase. But now in the verification, there were a lot losses, which is not good, especially because the overall index, like the US Tech, which would be the relevant index here in this case, is only going up. So this is really not good that this account is down so much. So I hope that I do not lose this account. I had high hopes for this one. And I think in the long run, I believe it will definitely be profitable. I mean, I don't know. I cannot see the future, but I would assume that this strategy is profitable in the long run. But the problem with these challenges is, you don't have the long run. You can only operate in your drawdown rules that you get from the prop firm, in this case FTMO. So long story short, I just hope that I don't breach the 10% drawdown rule and that the account recovers at some point, but we will see. And then last but not least, there's this FTMO challenge account. This is the only account which is still in the challenge phase, and this one is up 3.8%, which is fine, but not super good. Considering the fact that all of the indices are a lot higher than where I started trading this. And this is a strategy that only goes long in indices. So it would be good if this could be more in profit. But I mean, that's that's pretty much always what you hope for, right? For more profits than you actually have. But yeah, we will just see how this goes. I mean, if the indices go up even more, this will of course generate more profits. But yeah, have to see this. And yeah, then of course this is not an FTMO account. This is an actual live trading account. And yeah, this one is a lot in profit, as you know. So let me check some of your questions. What's your opinion on short-term testing, then running those inputs for very short term? For example, optimizing the EA for the past month, then running those settings for 1 week. I don't know what the benefit of this should be, actually. I always test for like 5 to 10 years right away, because yeah, I don't really see the benefit in testing short term, because strategies always have good and periods if you just have good and bad periods if you just have a look at 1 week or 1 month. So in my opinion, it doesn't make sense to just test for a month or so. What are the indicators we use in range breakout? I don't use a classical indicator. I just use this range. It's just a time range. If you want to learn more about the range breakout strategy, I made a lot of videos already on my channel where I explain the strategy in detail. So if you want to learn more, just check it out, and you will learn exactly how the strategy works. So yeah, 2 more minutes or around 1 more minute, and the GBP US dollar trade here will be closed. Which would be the first win for today then, if it stays like this. Yeah, when I started the stream, or the stream with the live commentary, the indices were a lot higher. So I was actually hoping to hit the 30K again live in stream. But yeah, maybe it will not happen today. It would have been great though. But yeah, I mean, not a lot I can do here. Cannot really influence the price action, right? So just have to hope for the indices to recover so I can maybe hit the 30K here again. But yeah, we will see. So yeah, 30 seconds. I don't really think that anything crazy will happen in GBP US dollar, so it will be most likely a profit of like, I don't know, 90, 80 to 100 euro here with this trade. So we'll be closed in 3, 2, 1, and closed. Okay, yeah, this is a profit, the first profit or the first closed trade today. Oh no, actually it's the second closed trade today. The first one was the range breakout trade in DE40, where I use a break-even stop, and this one was triggered. So the first one was a break-even trade in DE40, or the German stock index, and then now the 90 euro profit in GBP US dollar, yeah, which is good trade. I don't know, it's just it's totally fine. I mean, it's good to make profits. And this, of course, the trades were also closed in the FTMO accounts. So yeah, so finally the equity or the balance today is 1.2% in profit for this account. I think also for this one, oh yeah, this one is 1% in profit. And now the stock trading account starts trading. Yeah, hopefully this one can make some profits in the next few days, because as I said, this one is the only account that I trade here, or the only challenge or FTMO account that I trade, which is currently not in profit. But yeah, we will see. Maybe it recovers. And yeah. So next one to be closed is the gold trade here, but this takes 55 more minutes until this is closed. And yeah, hopefully the gold price does not increase in the next 55 minutes. We will see. Let me check your comments here. If you get a payout in FTMO, do you always get a new account? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I only received one payout so far, also made a video about it. And when I requested the payout and they approved it, they just set up a new account and you get new login credentials. So you just have to log in the new funded account. It's just another demo account, but then you can just trade again. And 1 month later, for me, it's again at the beginning of the next month, I will be able to decide if I want to get the payout or if I want to use the money and trade with it in the future. I don't know. Right now, my funded account is only like 100 euro or dollar. I don't know what the currency is in profit. So I don't really know if I want to receive the payout or if I just let it in the account. I know nothing about coding. Yeah, that's bad. You should change it. But I have what seems a good idea. Would you take my idea? No, I do not offer any coding services. Are you using a VPS? Yes, I do. So yeah, you can see it here. This is a remote desktop. So it's a VPS. And yeah, I mean, it totally makes sense. Like everyone who is using automated trading strategies or expert advisors is using a VPS. I mean, you should use a VPS, right? If you want to trade automatically, because it doesn't really make sense to just let your own laptop run 24/7. It's just a little bit stupid, if you ask me. So everyone who's using expert advisors is using a VPS. At least if you run strategies that run 24/7. Yeah. So yeah, you can just post your questions in the chat if you have any. I will try to answer them. Do you prefer 1 minute open, high, low, close if you know it works in the live market? I don't really understand the question. If you're asking about modeling method for the testing process, I prefer every tick based on real tick because it's just the most accurate. Sometimes I use 1 minute data for testing, but only or mainly for optimizations if I want to test a lot of different input combinations. But for important tests, I don't use anything else but every tick based on real tick because it's just most accurate. Thanks for the feedback. I'm glad that you like the MetaTrader 5 coding tutorials or the content on MQL5 in general. Appreciate your comment. Thanks. Is there a way to code break of structure, expert advisor? I don't know. It depends. If you have rules for this break of structure strategy, you can code it. If you don't have rules, you can't code it. It's as simple as that. Most people don't have rules because it requires a lot of interpretation by a human trader, which is really subjective most of the time. So in this case, you cannot code it. But if you do have rules for it, like 100% fixed rules, you can code it, of course. Thanks for your feedback, Bradley. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you like the content. According to time breakout range, how do you solve the problem of no ticks? I don't know. I don't solve the problem. I mean, there are ticks from time to time, so I just wait for the next tick. But you could also use the on-timer function if you want to execute code without a tick. There are different options in Meter2L5 programming. I've been testing on different brokers. I noticed that some brokers is open on Sunday and some do not. Any suggestions to backtesting, sir? I don't know. I mean, you have to test. What I do is when I test is I try to create the most realistic testing environment. So if my broker does not trade on weekends and my broker is not open on weekends, so I do not test on weekends, or I do not include data from weekends in my testing. But if your broker is open on Sunday and you want to trade on Sunday, you should maybe include it in your testing process. I mean, I don't know what your strategy is and what you want to test, but I always try to create the most realistic testing environment that I can. Hey, your videos have helped me very much. Thanks for the feedback. I'm glad that it helps you. Would love some videos for EAs on custom charts. Actually, there's no real difference. You can use any EA on custom charts. So I don't really know what kind of video I should make about it. You just create the custom chart and you put the EA on it. So it's usually not a problem. I use indicator like EMA, so we'll calculate the different way. Is it possible to code a copy trader from MT5 to CTrader? I don't know a lot about CTrader, but if you can code for CTrader, you can also create a copy trader. What's the spread experience with IC markets and FTMO with a respective commission? Spread is, of course, higher with FTMO. Like, for example, if you have a look at this, in my live account here, I have really small spreads, like GBP dollar, Euro US dollar usually have like 0 to 5 points. USD Japanese yen also very small. Indices, super small spread. This is a lot higher if I switch, for example, to a If I switch, for example, here to this FTMO account, you can see, especially in the indices, the spread is way higher, which means that, it's not ideal for trading. Of course, if you have high trading costs. Also, Euro US dollar has higher spreads. It's just like FTMO is just a little bit more expensive, but it is okay, I would say. It's for me, it did not have the biggest impact so far. But in the long run, of course, it has an impact, and it's nothing you should underestimate, because trading costs are really, really, really important. And if you make a backtest, for example, over 10 years with a spread of 200 points and then compare it with a spread of 50 points, it will make a crazy huge difference. So you should always try to get the best trading conditions, of course, for your live trading. What's the advice you may give to the people who are willing to build an algo trading bot on MT5 but without any coding background? Learn how to code. It's really that simple. What are your current start-stop range setting for USD Japanese yen? I have different settings. In different accounts, I use different ranges. Like, for example, in this account here, I trade the range from, actually, I don't really know it, from 3 to 4 or 430. And in other accounts, I have a different range. Like, for example, here I have the range from 0 to 730. So I use different settings in different accounts, and I don't know what the best settings are. So many people always ask me, what are the best settings? And I always say the same. I don't know, like, do your own testing. I don't see the future. I'm not some magical being. I have exactly the same knowledge that you have about the future. I cannot predict it, you cannot predict it, so don't ask me stuff I cannot really answer you. Do you pay tax on trading profits? Why is this question? Do you want to get me into trouble? Of course I pay tax on trading profits. I live in Germany. We pay tax on everything. Are you coming from the government? Why are you asking questions like this? Hi, in your swap video, you meant it was a bug for its price info that the swap rates are static. Now, it's not a bug. It's just always like this. The MetaTrader 5 cannot really, it does not have the data for historical swaps. It's always the same. It's just how the MT5 tester is designed. The historical data does not hold the information about the swap, which makes it sometimes hard to test strategies that are dependent on swap rates. Why on the MQL5 platform the drawdown max of the 50K account is 60%? Yeah, this is a little bit weird actually. This is something I just realized when I had this account, but you are referring to this, which is my signal that I have for this account. And yeah, you can see here it says the drawdown. I don't know where the drawdown is, like maybe this here is really huge. And the thing is, there's some, you can have a look at this link here. How is the growth calculated? And it's always, there's this formula, and if you read it, you will understand how it works. It's always based on pretty much the money that you have in your account. And when I started this account, I started with just 5K. So when I lost, like, let's say 2K of the 5K, it was already a drawdown of like 30-40%. So this calculation is a little bit weird, and this is why this number, the 12% growth, of course, is completely false. Like if you have a look at this in the history here, I deposited 15K. You can see it here. No faking, no nothing. So 15K is deposit. Profit is 13.8K. So the profit is of course not 12%. It's more like 80 or 90%. So yeah, the calculation on MQL5 is a little bit off because of their calculation method. But if you want to read more about it, you can just follow this link that they have on MQL5 and you will read about how it's calculated. Kirian is from the tax office. Whew, I hope he's not. But now, again, I pay taxes. Nothing to hide here. Is trading your main business and income? Like not trading. I mean, I do a lot of stuff around trading, like selling courses, selling programs, making YouTube videos, and this is my main job, but I do not live off of trading profits only. Is it fair to assume that the slippage will be on average as much as the spread on D40 and US30? I mean, slippage is not really the same as spread, so you cannot really assume this. Slippage can be way higher. Sometimes you have gaps of like 50 or 100 points in indices. So no, you cannot really assume this. Have you considered getting a swap-free account? Not really. Never really looked into it, but I think you will have some higher costs at some other point, right? But actually, I never really looked into this. What percentage do you risk per trade for your EAs? Yeah, it's different for every expert advisor. In the video description of this stream, I think I linked a video, or in the last, among the last videos on my channel, like 1 or 2 months ago or 3 months ago, I made a video about the risk settings for this specific account. Yeah, just watch it if you're interested. In some of these strategies, I risk like 1% per trade. In others, I risk 100% per trade. And I will explain it in this video, why I do this. Do you give the settings when you send the license after subscribe IC Trading? No. I mean, my settings are public. I talked about this in the stream. I talked about it in other videos. Also, you can see it here. Like literally, it's on the screen. You can just see the range and when the trades are opened and closed. It's not a secret. But still, I don't really like to talk about it because a lot of people assume that I have the best settings, and I don't. I explained this before. I cannot see the future. I cannot predict the future. I don't know more than you do. So my settings are not better than yours. So my advice is just do your own testing. This will help you to understand how the strategy works. What will be your next project? Right now, there's nothing planned actually. So I'm not really working right now. So right now, this account here is my only work-related project. And how much risk do you use for the 50K account? Yeah, I answered this. There's a German comment. I'm reading this real quick. Yeah, this German comment is asking exactly what I just talked about before. He's asking for the best expert advisor, and I cannot answer this. I don't know. Do your own testing. I don't know what the best expert advisor is. If I would know, then I would be, really, really rich at this point. Yeah, swap-free accounts have higher spreads. Yeah, okay. I mean, it can still make sense if your strategy is really, if you have a strategy where you always hold positions over a long period of time, it should make sense to pay a little bit more for the spread and then save money because you don't pay the swap. But yeah, I mean, you have to, it's just a calculation that you have to do if you have a strategy like this. Did you start writing expert advisors or trading manually? I started trading manually like 8 years ago. I think most people start to trade manually, but for me it did not really work out because I was not able to, I did not really have real strategies and I was not able to stick to my strategies when I traded manually because I was not mentally stable enough to really stick to whatever I called a strategy back then. So when I started using expert advisors, my trading was actually getting way better, and I was never really long-term profitable when I traded manually. So with expert advisors, it's a lot better. Can we put 2 expert advisors in one symbol? Yes, sure. I have it like here, for example. I have the go long strategy in the DE40 in the upper left corner, and I have the range breakout strategy in the DE40 in the upper right corner. You just have to open 2 charts because you cannot create or put 2 expert advisors in one chart. But you can just open 2 charts or 3 charts or 5 charts of the same symbol and then activate the same or different expert advisors in every single chart. I completed the form to get the license this morning. When should I get it in my email, the license? Yeah, usually I update my database for the license for the free expert advisors once in the morning. So if I did not answer to your email today, I will most likely do it tomorrow in the morning. I love your honesty. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you like how I communicate. So indices are coming up again a little bit. Yeah, also gold, which sucks, but yeah, that's how it is. Still not at the point where it was when I started the stream, unfortunately. But yeah, that's just how it goes. And the indices are very close to the all-time high again now. So this is also, of course, why the count is close to the all-time high. But there's still some room. Like, for example, US 100 can still make 4 more percent until it hits all-time high. So if all of the indices are at the all-time high again, this account will most likely be way over 30K. Is it better to close all trades every end of the day? No, I don't know. It depends on your strategy. It really depends on your strategy. I don't think I can really give you a general answer on this. I think often it is better because then you don't pay the swap. But there might be reasons to hold positions overnight. Depends on your swap rates and different things. Do you have any advice in regards to Forex? No, I don't like to give advice. Just be careful, don't risk too much money that you cannot afford to lose. Don't listen to the online marketers and do some work to really understand how things work. Don't be stupid and believe what people tell you in the internet. Opinion about news trading expert advisor. I tried some news trading EAs some years ago. It was not super easy, especially because of the slippage. So I did not really do a lot of testing in this regard in the last years. But I think news trading can definitely work if you find some strategies. A big problem with news trading is that you cannot really test it, or at least not in the MetaTrader 5, because, yeah, as I said, you have a lot of slippage that you usually do not have, or which is not correctly displayed in the tester. And then also, for example, in the MetaTrader 5, you cannot access the calendar API in the tester because it's not available. So there are some problems with news trading, but I think you could definitely find something which is profitable with news trading. Because, I mean, it is moving the markets, right? So everything that moves the markets can be used to make profits. What's the minimum amount for starting with your bot? I think the minimum deposit with IC markets is $200 US. And you can just trade 0.01 lots. So you can definitely start with $200 US if you want. IC markets actually pretty accurate when it comes to the news trading history. Yeah, but the problem is not the actual price data. But the problem is if there are news events, the broker does not always execute your trade immediately. And this is a problem. Even if the price data might be accurate, it does not mean that your orders are immediately executed on this specific tick. It might still have a delay of, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 ticks, which can make a huge difference during news events. So yeah, it's really a problem to test news strategies in the tester. It's not super easy, not super accurate, the testing result. At least not from my experience. Why don't you choose prop firm with swap free? I don't know. For me, it's not important that the account is swap free because my strategies do not really hold positions overnight. And gold is really coming back. Super unfortunate. Yeah, it was in profit like 300 euro or even more, and now it's going all the way back. Just before it will be closed in 30 minutes. Not good, not good. At least the indices are a bit higher again. Are there any new expert advisors for the next month? I don't know. I'm not developing new strategies right now. Hey René, I was testing your EAs on demo trial, was looking to optimize the range breakout and so on. Have you thought before adjusting the range parameters to be percentage-wise? Not really. You mean the range filter, or what are you referring to? I have different versions of the. Yeah, I have different versions. Like for example, some of the, the range breakout EA that I use in this account, it always has the parameters in percent. Like for example, TPSL and min and max ranges in percent. But I have different versions of this expert advisor, and yeah, what I would recommend is that you just learn how to code the program, and then you can write exactly the version that you like. And I actually teach how to code this specific strategy in my programming course. So yeah, if you want to create your own custom version, you can just check it out if you're interested. The slippage on news events is quite accurate. Okay, yeah, when I tested the slippage on news events, it was really way off, but maybe you made other experiences. I mean, good for you. Yeah, maybe I should test it again, but as I said, right now I'm not really developing new strategies. Hello René, can you do a tutorial on grid martingale bot? Yeah, I did already on the channel. You can find it. Just check it out. Just check the videos that are already uploaded to the channel. Yeah, the account is looking healthy. Yeah, it's going better the last week. I mean, there was this bigger drawdown, of course, because of the indices, but yeah, since the indices, yeah, we can really see it very clearly here. Since the indices now recovered, of course, also the account recovered. So this is also why I was so chill during this drawdown, because I mean it's pretty obvious what the reason was. It was just because of the indices, and that's completely normal. So yeah, it was just not really no reason to freak out. Have you ever tried the mean reversion strategy expert advisor? There are very few expert advisors or strategies that I did not try at this point. So yes, of course. Is trading boring for you? Yeah, of course it's boring. I mean, you can go to any trader who's trading for multiple years, and I don't think anyone will find it super thrilling or interesting, because trading is just boring. And if you get some more experience and if you realize how trading works, it is just super boring. This is why I am happy that I don't have to sit in front of the PC all the time and I can trade with expert advisors, because trading is just, yeah, it's just boring. Any martingale strategies if always risking your full account? Yeah. So what's the minimum range for a grid martingale? I didn't understand the question. Do we have the indices go long open at all times? Yeah. The expert advisors trade 24/7. So in US Tech and US 30, for example, the position is opened right at the start of the day. You can see it here. Open time is 1:05, so immediately in the morning. And then it will be closed just before midnight. And then the next day, same thing. It's a little bit different in D40 because here I have a bigger spread in the morning. So I open just after noon. But yeah, I try to stay in the market all of the time. I have the impression that go long strategy is the same as time range breakout. No, it's not. As I just explained, for example, in US Tech and US 30, I'm just always invested. So it's really different than the range breakout expert advisor. In DE40, it's kind of similar to range breakout EA, but it's still different because I use different times, different stop loss, and yeah. The minimum. I mean, there are not so many questions coming in. So I think I will end the stream in the next minutes. I'm also here for like 50 minutes again already. So I hope I was able to give you some overview of the trading that I'm doing here. And just a little update to get you to the current state in my accounts. Like I showed the FTMO accounts and also my live account. So FTMO accounts are pretty much all doing good, except for this one, which is the stock trading project, which is the verification account, which is down nearly 6%. It's not good, but it's the only account that's currently underwater right now. And yeah, live account is doing good, which is the most important, I would say. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me just check the last few questions and then I will be gone. Do you intend to stop the go long strategy if market starts to crash? No. If you would improve the breakout EA, what would you do? I don't know. I did not really find good improvements. I mean, you can test everything you want, just go for it. But I did not really find improvements or things that really make sense to me. I'm in the US, I can't run my MT4 EA because I'm blah, blah, blah. I was in Athens, but then I just run. Oh, I don't know how to use the MetaTrader. I don't know about the situation in the US because I'm not located in the US. Hey, René, what is all now cost of trading? Just want to know for. I don't understand the question, I'm sorry. What did you have for breakfast? Rice with eggs. I pretty much always eat rice with eggs for breakfast. Why is there no signal, no live signal in the range breakout EA? I just don't have one. I don't know. I was too lazy to set it up. Why would you not stop the go long strategies if the market starts to crash? Because I don't know when the market is about to crash and when it will turn around again. So I don't know. I cannot see the future. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This was the last question. So guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for spending some minutes with me. I will end the live stream now with my face. So you can enjoy the stream again without my face. Have you ever run a marathon? Yes, I did. Okay, guys, that's it. Have a nice morning, noon, or evening, wherever you live. And have a great time. Bye.